Now we are going with the topic circles. So circles. So what is the definition of circle? Adjoining of several points or infinite points which are equidistant from a fixed point. Forms circle. Otherwise, circle is a figure formed by adjoining the several points which are equidistant from fixed point. Let me get the figure once. See here, adjoining of several points. Adjoining, that means joining means, see here, observe, this is 2 points. You can join this point, these 2 points, and we can join these 2 points. And here is 1 point, here is 1 point. There are so many points, but if you join these 2 points, it may not form the curve. It forms straight line. So here adjoining means the points are joining by side. Observe, that's why I use the word here adjoining instead of joining. So adjoining several points. See, these are many points here. There many points, several points which are equidistant from fixed point forms a circle. A circle is formed by adjoining the several points which are equidistant from a fixed point. Let that fixed point is called O, that is center. O, center of circle, that means which is a fixed point, and all these points which we are joining are equidistant from this point. That means from O, led by the point A which is on the circle. Now OA is called the radius, that means the equidistance is called radius. If you take any point on the circle and if you join the center, it will call as radius. Why all this commonly called as radius? Because all the lengths are equal, that's why I are giving the same name radius. That means all these points are equidistant from fixed point, that means the center. That's why the definition arrives from that. Now OA is radius. Line segment OA is radius of a circle. Now BC, diameter of a circle. Now we go with chord. Definition of chord. Line segment formed by joining any two points on the circle. Let me get the chord. See, D, E are any 2 points on the circle. If you join those 2 points, the line segment is formed, that is called chord. And you can say that B is 1 point, C is 1 point. I am joining BC. This is also chord. Exactly, BC is also chord, but the specialty of other chords and BC is here, it passes through the center. That means I can define the diameter as the chord of a circle which passes through the center, Yes, obviously this is the chord because the line joining of the segment joining of 2 points on the circle, but it is passing through the center. Whenever the chord passes through the center, then it is called diameter, and moreover it is longest chord. Remember the thing that the longest chord of a circle is nothing but the diameter, and here the chord is denoted by d dash and BC diameter. I already mentioned it, and generally we use O to denote the center, R, small r for denote the radius, small d for denoting the diameter. Now we can get the relation between diameter and the radius now. See once d equals to, if you observe that center O, C is any point on the circle, the distance between OC is R, which is radius, and distance between OB is R. That means diameter equals to BC here in this figure, that equals to OB plus OC. If you observe carefully, OC is one radius, OB is taken as radius, R plus R. So diameter can be written as 2 into R. Twice the radius is nothing but the diameter. You can get the length of the diameter as taken as twice the length of the radius. Okay. Now see tangent. How can we define the tangent? Tangent of a circle. A line passes through one point on the circle is called tangent. Observe this line, let it be GH. This line is passing through only one point of the which is on the circle, let it be F. Then can say again, the line which touches the circle at one point is also called as a tangent. Now secant. So we can define the secant, a line which intersects the circle in 2 points. Intersecting, that means it cuts the circle at 2 points. Observe carefully. L, M is a line intersecting at 2 points, 2 different points. Let it be small k and L. It is intersecting, that means dividing the circle, intersecting the circle at 2 points. Then it is called secant. A line which intersects the circle at 2 different points. Is called a secant. So these are the basics for circle. Now you can go with the circumference and area of the circle. Circumference. What is circumference? And remember that circle is also 2-dimensional figure. Generally the length of the boundary of 2-dimensional figure is called as perimeter, but for circle we call it as circumference. Let's get the figure once. O is the center and OA is the radius. That means this total length of the boundary of a circle is called circumference. Total length of the boundary is called circumference of a circle. Let me derive how the, so if you know the pi, constant pi is the ratio of circumference of a circle to the diameter of a circle, to the diameter of a same circle. Let base is the diameter. So we have the definition of pi is circumference of a circle upon the diameter. Okay, now from this let me write circumference of a circle equals to, bring diameter to side, become multiplication, pi into diameter. That means generally I told already diameter is denoted by d, small d, pi d, and write the d in terms of radius. That means d equals to twice the radius, 2r. That means 2 pi r is the circumference. So if we go practically, take the length of the BC with string, length of the BC with string, start from owning the circle from here, then you will get up to here for one time. You will cover this distance up to B to D. For second time you will cover up to E, and third time you cover up to F. That means if you take the length of the diameter on the circumference here, you will cover 3 times and some more will be left. So just less than the diameter. So that means the total can be taken as pi. The length is taken as pi. Length is taken as pi. Pi into d. That means sometimes 3 point something. Generally they concluded that it is 3.14 times the diameter. 3.14 times the diameter. So we can take this as the pi. That was, they concluded that pi is 3.14 into d. Therefore circumference is equals to pi d. That what we got here also. That means pi into 2r. Similarly 2 pi r. Because pi times of the diameter, not exactly 3 times, 3 point something. If you take it, get 3.141538 like that, which we call as this constant as pi. So pi times the diameter will gives the circumference of the circle. So same thing I'm done here. So 2 pi r. Now going for the area of the circle, take the circle, the radius OA. So how can we find the area of the circle? Let me cut the circle, let me partition the circle into several sectors, several parts like this. If you observe, see, I'm taking the see, this is the center, this is the any point on the circle, this is the radius. So I'm drawing several radius. That means it divides into certain parts, and take each part and attach them linearly. See, this is one part, one portion here, second portion here, like this, invert here, then you'll form the rectangle. If you observe this, see, take this part, take this part and keep here, and take second part and attach reversely here. Then if you observe here, several polygons or several triangles form adjoined here in inverse manner, then you can form the rectangle with the length. See, this is the length, this is the total divided, you're joining here, this total length is circumference. That means length of the rectangle is here 2 pi r. Observe carefully, I'm cutting this and keeping here. See, this length is nothing but here, whatever this. And second thing, and again this length, again this length. So total length, I'm cutting the circle in several triangles, several polygons, and this total length will be the circumference of the circle. Now observe, this length is nothing but center to any point on the circle, that means radius. So this length is radius. That means we form the rectangle with the length equals to 2 pi r and breadth equals to r. Now from this figure, area of rectangle is nothing but area of the total circle. Area of circle, because this circle is made into partition and adjoined to form a rectangle. So this area must be equals to this area. So area of the rectangle must be equals to area of the circle. That means, what is the formula of area of the rectangle? L into B. Here, L equals to 2 pi r and breadth equals to r. 2 pi r into r square. So 2 pi r square units. This is the area of the circle.